All right, so we are going to kick this off momentarily. Might turn down the gain ever so slightly on the microphone. That looks a little bit better, I think. Yeah, maybe turn it back up though, because I'm going to be pointing down for most of this. All right, so I've been told to start the stream early, let it hang for a while. I don't feel like messing with that. I don't feel like pulling up background audio so folks are like, hey, it's just like, is this a frozen still image? Is there a stream going on? Whatever. It's too much effort. So we're just going to crank this out, but it's not going to be so smooth. And I'll explain that in a minute. Before I get into that, definitely want to direct folks to a New York Times article that was recently written on this subject of the Luke Littler trading cards. New York Times, I think, has a sports section called The Athletic, or maybe they acquired a sports publication called The Athletic and write under that brand, whatever. Anyway, The Athletic, Luke Littler, Google it. An article was published 6 or 7 days ago about a 1-of-1 card from this set. In this article, they published that only 404 of these boxes were produced. So I got this one here, another one on the way, which means I have about 0.5% of all of these Topps Luke Littlers that were produced. And this article was written about someone in the UK who pulled a 1-of-1 in this box, put it on eBay. Selling price was, it was in pounds, but the dollar conversion, because it was New York Times, was about $17,000, meaning this was like the most sought after rookie card of the year in sports. In Ohtani, Wemby, I think even, were not going for more than that 1-of-1 Littler trading card. Massive drama with that eBay sale. The winning bidder did not pay. So the seller had to scramble, reached out to another bidder. I'm not going to spoil it, but read about it in the article, and I will repost that from the Darts Atlas Twitter account, X account, the platform formerly known as Twitter. So x.com/dartsatlas. I will get that link posted out. And if you click through that link, I don't think you should be paywalled. I've had some folks who were paywalled from that, but hopefully you will be able to read the article in full and learn all the spicy drama that ensued. So I don't know if that was the only 1-of-1. I would suspect that in this set, in these 404 boxes, there are multiple 1-of-1s. I don't know how you pluralize that, like attorneys general. Anyway, that's what we're working with here. So before us, back to the description of the opening. There are only 4 cards in here. Only 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. My understanding from seeing previous openings is that the auto is going to be in this spot right here, the number 1 spot. I think, yeah, that's how it's showing up for you two, left to right, because I inverted the camera. Yep. So I'm going to try to avoid spoilers for all of us. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. So I've got these handy dandy index cards here that I want to put over each of these cards. I might have to tilt this camera up or something a little bit as I rip open the box here so as to avoid spoilers for everyone. I'm going to do my best to do it. So, yeah, I don't know what else there is to say on the matter. Let me just pull that. Let's recrop. You know what? Instead of recrop, why don't we just point it down a little more? That'll work. And let's get the party started. Once again, as always, using our handy dandy Loxley Matt Edgar trading hard pack opening tools. And you know, I'm not even sure here. I feel like, oh, okay, so it's a full bottom, so a full top comes off from the full bottom here. It's not like a hinged lid that we're working with. So I got to get the full bottom off, and oh baby, I need to repoint these. My own fault, certainly not an issue with the production. I think these sat too closely for too long to a bag of barbecue. Got a little moist and rusted a tad. Entirely my fault. And we got these open. Congraw saying just rip it open. Yeah, maybe I will for the next one. Part of me still says I should keep these boxes intact. It's probably just naive. All right, so step one, all sorted. Step two, so I'm gonna pull them open, but I don't want them to be seen. So let's just go ahead and dip this to the back while I try to slip these cards on. And again, I'm not going to look at these while I do it. I should just be able to feel around for... Oh, you know what? Actually, if I'm doing it this way, I can totally... keep the eye on the prize. These should be close enough where I can still lift the lid, close my eyes, and make sure that these are entirely on the cards. You know what? Man, that's a good way to do it. Oh, that's brilliant. Yep, I feel some card ridges there. And there. So I'm going to feel around here while I still keep this box on. I'm going to feel around for the card center. So I feel like, oh, okay, great. Yeah, we can see those. I did a mighty fine job. Mighty fine. Nope, not far. Nope, that's not the one I want. Mighty fine. Indeed. Will you look at that? Alrighty, fabulous. Is there a way to... Nope, not even going to bother with the rebranding there. Alright, I'm going to put that box to the side. So again, like I've seen, believe I've seen from the other openings that I've seen on YouTube, this is the auto. Maybe it's not 100%, but we're going to start from this side and work our way over. Here we go, starting with, yep, so there's a little thumb hole here I can access for the card. So if I'm right, this will be the least exclusive, the least fancy. I don't even know if they're all numbered. I don't. No, we do see number. We see 6 of 25. Wow, these the contrast here really does not help you, does it? 6 of 25 to start. That's certainly not bad because I've seen higher pops. I like the throw angle here. 6 of 25 in the Luke the Nuke. This is, I don't know. Some of these have names. This one I don't think does. A 6 of 25. I love that look. I've seen some of these cards that have expressions from Luke that don't seem very Luke-y. This is fantastic. I feel like all of these three are expressions we've totally seen before from him. Love this, the gold plating. 6 of 25. Luke the Nuke for number 1. That's fantastic. Let's move on to number 2. So I've seen some red light, green light. No idea what that means. Like, absolutely baffling to me why a trading card would come out in this context, red light, green light. It doesn't make sense at all. But they're there. There's also the intro Luke to the Darts World Championship card, which is awesome. So some of these other ones have really extensive write-ups on the back about like the context of the card, some story, some narrative about Luke and the card, the production of the design. So obviously not that one. Let's see about this one. So here we have a 10 of 49. Yeah, I should stop even bothering trying to get these caught on camera as a contrast. It's just not going to work out. So 10 of 49. The smug, I'll call that the smuggle, the Smeagol of Littler, the smuggle. Point face, not quite the Johnny Clayton point and turn, but again, very expressive, very classic Luke look. Just ever exuding the confidence, this lad. And here we do have a bit of a narrative on this one. Aside from his sensational darting ability, Littler is also known for his catchy walk-on song "Green Light" by Pitbull. Okay, so maybe that explains the green light, red light thing. Is his walk-on song? I never knew that's what it was called. Didn't even actually know it was a Pitbull song. That's a little embarrassing maybe for me, but it is what it is. Featuring Flo Rida and Lunch Money Lewis. The track, anyway, blah, 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 blah. More about the track and the walk-on. So, the walk-on card is what I'll call this. Luke Littler, the Nuke, 10 of 49 for this one. Again, very lovely. Calling out in the chat saying red light, green light is his walk-on song. Yeah. So, there you have it. So here, again, not expecting the auto quite yet. Shelby, if you're watching, auto. Hates when I say that for whatever reason. So this looks, 24 25. Again, okay, there you can catch that on the camera at that angle. 24 of 25. So low pop, we have a 25 of 49 and a 25. I think that's pretty dang good. Oh, this is the auto. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. So there we have the 24 of 25. A beautiful walk-on. I mean, what a fantastic just exposure that is. Like, such a presentation. Luke Littler on the top of the nuke in the signature, in the gold signature. I've seen some of these. I could be wrong here, but I swear I feel like I've seen some of these signed in blue, which I really was hoping not to get. I feel like the gold signature against these cards is so classic and it's so beautiful. It's so much more impactful. I love this. The signature, beautiful, takes off like even with evenly centered here. Just outrageous framing. 24 out of 25 here. 25 pop for this auto. That is just beautiful. I am in love with it. And here I'm seeing this card actually bounce around a little bit inside the frame. So this frame is not fully tightening the card. It's not, quite as closely holding it. So I have some PSA slabs here where, you can move this thing around. These cards are not moving at all. So that actually makes me wonder if I want to go ahead and send this in for slabbing. Originally, I was not going to do it because I felt like, well, if they're already slabbed, essentially, why would you spend the effort? But this is just slabbed here with a sticker, which you might have seen when I opened this. The sticker was already kind of loose. So I had to kind of pat it back down. So yeah, there's hinges here, and even in that New York Times article, there was a discussion about the slabbed case. A buyer wanted to open it, take the card out, which, oh Lord, I would have never have done, especially for a 1-of-1. But yeah, I'm definitely questioning whether I want to throw this into a penny, into a semi-rigid, and send this off to PSA or SGC, who I still, if you've been following me on Twitter or on X, I still haven't gotten a clear answer for them whether they will grade these or not. So that's another massive issue, is can you even get these cards graded? I don't know. I've tried my best to answer that question. Can't figure it out. And let's look at the last one, which is going to be anticlimactic, since we've already pulled the auto. But it could be beautiful nonetheless. A 45 of 75. So that's 75, the higher pops that I'd mentioned seeing in some of these. And here we have the emergence of Luke Littler. And here I know there's a fantastic write-up on the back about his coming into the PDC. I won't bother reading this, but you can certainly read this very easily. If you just look up Topps Emergence of Luke Littler, you'll find that very easily on the web. Talks about his JDC career and how he's gotten to this point. So there we are, box number one. We have a 25, 49, 25, 75 population cards. Absolutely beautiful auto card. Just super duper love that autograph. And can't wait for the next one, which should be here on Saturday, according to UPS, who should be handing it off to USPS sooner than later. So that's it. That's what we've got. I hope y'all enjoyed the opening. I sure as heck did. And see you next time.